It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Today we continue on in wildcard weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Number 24, Nick Chubb.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
3rd and 1.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made at the
things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Wentz. On the left side, a catch by White. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Down to the 25. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now Wentz on third down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go, dude. 54 is mark. 54 is mark. Check, check. Block 54. Block 54.
Here's Newton. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mack Wilson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's 2nd down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So the Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Johnson on the return. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From midfield, here's Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's White. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Round 7, Dolphins 0.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wentz going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to keep it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
For Nick Chubb, the ball carrier. Devon Gaucho on the tackle.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Bobby McKee.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. 46 down, man. 5-4. Watch 55. Stay with your man. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, what? Sunday. Mike 55. Check 55.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They run. Chubb, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And the Browns Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's third down. Third and less than a yard.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
"21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Play action. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw is Wentz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st down, Wentz. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Here's 1st and goal. And, gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
He's checking.
Now it's Breida. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's a loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. On the return, Johnson. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Mike 55. Eat. Check tight. Check 24. Sunday.
Now Chubb. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Now Wentz. He finds Beckham complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
On the carry.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
3-yard line.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Come get some.
They run it again with Chubb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Let's go. Lefty, lefty. Watch quick. Man, 5-7.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And 8.
55 mark, guys, 55. And let's get in hard.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Screen play. Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Let's fly 2, let's fly 2. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Mike 55, Mike.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Browns 27. Dolphins nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Stop your whining. 20.
Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mack Wilson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
4th down.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This will be fielded at the 17. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1. In the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's the backup Greer. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
By the Dolphins.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Greer. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stick from the gun. Buying time to his... And he's going to be brought down. Back at his his own 6-yard line. Sione Takitaki drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The play fake, now Greer to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Browns 34, Dolphins nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Good starting field position.